Welcome to the lesson on notifications. Down at the bottom of your Support Your Students tab here. All right, if you click on Support Your Students, you have a notification settings here. Now, this is pretty cool because you can control the notifications that are sent to your students, and you can also control the notifications provided to admins on the site. So here, when we open up notifications, we'll have those two options here, student notifications or admin notifications. Let's go over students first. And Thinkific does a good job of giving you these little links that map you to different points on the page. If you wanted to jump straight to like bundle welcome emails or course completion emails or course welcome emails or just basic settings for student notifications, you can click on any of those links and it'll take you quickly to them on this page. So, but since we're looking at this from top to bottom, let's just go ahead and get rolling. So here we have a group, right? This is a group of notifications. This is the settings notifications. Again, you've got this quick mapping button here. And we have a preset notifications by Thinkific in the system. We have the opportunity to toggle them on or off, right? So let's say when students enroll in a course, do we want to send that student an email when, sorry, I said enroll in a course, when they open an account. So if you open a brand new account with our site, you will get a welcome email with this toggled on. But if I toggle it off, we will not send students an email when they create their account. Of course, I want that on. So I'm going to go ahead and click yes, please. Now, if that notification can be customized in any way, shape, or form, they're going to give you the opportunity to edit that notification with this edit button. I'll click on that just so you can see it. And this is their stock email that goes out to everyone who opens a new account, right? Here's the subject line. Here is the body of the email. So you can change these elements of the email if you'd like, just by using the word processor functions here, and you can change them. I leave mine stock. I'm not too worried about it, but some people want to put like their logo on here and they want to customize a message and they want to do all those things, and that's fantastic. Go for it, right? If you need help understanding how you can get variables to automatically load certain things like the name of your company or your school, the name of the person, their full name, their last name, their first name, their email address. If you want to embed any of those things, you have all your variables listed right here. Obviously, the user's first name is a pretty common one, and they've already preloaded those things in here. So our site name is already preloaded in here. So mine will say Marino Training at the top, and then it'll say hello and whoever that person is by their first name. Now, just a note, you have to have these brackets doubled on the front and back here. So if you start manually entering these, make sure you've got double brackets, because I've seen people very commonly use just one bracket on either end, and then it doesn't work. So you have to make sure you use double brackets when you're doing this in Thinkific. So again, you've got these variables as options down here. And let's go back to the list of notifications. So I can edit that notification if I wanted to. I could also edit the weekly reminder. Now, what is the weekly reminder? If you're enrolled in a course, you will receive an email once a week from the system automatically if you're enrolled in the course with your progress reminder. It's like, hey, get in here and get some stuff done, right? So we can edit that one as well. It'll say, it looks like you're making progress on your, and then it inserts Marino training courses. Here are the percentages if they're enrolled in a course. Here's a little bit of motivation for them. And yeah, it's pretty cut and dry. It's helpful, but I turn these off for certain courses, certain students, because some people just hate getting the weekly reminder. I've got them on in one of my companies because a lot of it is B2B, and I'm helping out the training managers with keeping the notifications going to their people so they can get their money's worth out of the training they paid for. And but I just let the company know that. I'm like, hey, do you want your students to get weekly reminders? And almost always they say yes. Okay. But that can get really it can get really problematic if you do mostly B2C work and you have very long programs, or whatever, because then the people are just getting a email reminder every week, and sometimes that's not desirable. So you have to use your discretion. Okay, and then anytime a student replies to a discussion post, if there's a reply to, like, let's say I enter a discussion post in course on one of the lessons, if someone replies to it, right now my students will get a notification of that reply. It'll say, hey, someone replied to your comment. Also, if they make a purchase, they get a receipt, and then community welcome emails. So we have site welcome emails, and then we have community welcome emails here. Courses get their own group of notifications. Here's the course welcome email. You can turn those on or off by course, right? You can also turn on or off the course completion emails by course. And I can edit each of those course completion emails or course welcome emails if I want. I can customize them to each course. And then if you have bundles that you sell, you can do the same with those. You can turn them on or off, and you can edit them. Now, a cool thing that they have here is, like, let's say I've got a ton of courses or a ton of bundles in the system, and I don't want to have to go through and click each one of these one by one for, let's say, oh, I don't know, 100 courses, which might sound crazy to you, but there are plenty of academies, schoolhouses, training sites that have hundreds of courses. So if I wanted to, I could just click enable and it'll turn them all on, or I could click disable and it'll turn them all off. So it's pretty cool. You've got the buttons here that can help you do that. So yeah, bundles, course welcomes, course completions, and general site settings. You have those capabilities under student notifications. So if we look at admin notifications, every time someone signs up or subscribes, right, I get a notification as the admin on this site. So if a new sign up, someone makes a new order, there's a new lead entered in a lead capture, or if someone cancels a subscription, any of those things happen, I get a notification. For student engagement, if anyone puts a new post or there's an auto follow for a new post, if I want to auto follow new posts, those are automatically set to happen. So I'll get a notification, right? So I can keep track of the new posts, the comments and replies as they're created. This helps me stay engaged with people in my communities. If someone submits an assignment in a course, I'll get an email. If anyone makes a discussion post in a course, I'll get a notification. If someone replies to a post, I'll get a notification. And then, of course, if anyone reviews my course, I'll get a notification. So I am a big fan of keeping all of these on if you're an admin, unless you have a good reason not to. Some people are going to go, oh, I don't want all those notifications. Well, let me just tell you something. If you're getting overwhelmed with notifications, that's a blessing for an admin, because that means that you have a highly engaged and active group of students. You should be smiling about that, and you should want to engage with them as much as possible and nurture those relationships. So I'm a big fan of default leaving all of these on and then selectively turning them off if you need to. Okay, so that is it for notifications, general notifications here in the Support Your Students section of our toolbar. And I hope you guys have found this helpful. It is something a lot of people just don't pay attention to until something's annoying them, like they're getting more notifications than they care to have. Just make sure at a minimum, you've got this set up properly to support your students, right? So your students are getting the appropriate notifications, and that you're getting the appropriate notifications as an admin to support those students. Okay, guys, see you in the next lesson.